Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel Sampson. If you are new here, I am a clinical herbalist with a master's in therapeutic herbalism and a postmaster's in nutrition. And I'm currently working on my full master's in nutrition. So I'm kind of like halfway there. I tried to finish the rest just so that I can, become a CNS. I'm actually only missing 2 classes, but I figured why not just do the whole thing? Why not, right? So this is my video on digestion. I have been saying that I'm going to do this for a while. I have both babies, so hopefully you can hear me. But both babies are here. You may hear them talking. One baby might wake up. She's still asleep. Your baby. What? You're so silly. Okay, so let's get started. So first and foremost, I want to talk about foods that nourish the body, things that actually help to boost digestion that are not necessarily herbs, but when you're talking about digestion and you're talking about your gut and your stomach and you're talking about those things, you need to mention food. You need to mention the things that you eat because that is digestion, right? And digestion isn't just some process that your body does just for no reason. Solana, let her sleep. It's not just something that your body does for no reason. When your body is digesting food, it is taking up different nutrients and different molecules that your body needs for the chemical reaction that is you. You're just a giant ball of chemical reactions. And when you eat, each thing is being taken apart and being used for something. The same exact thing happens when you take an herbal remedy, or when you take you drink a tea, or when you're drinking water. You're literally putting things into your body so that the chemical reactions in your body need to take place, will take place. So first and foremost, I want to talk about probiotics. Now, you can take a pill of probiotic or you can eat fermented foods, but honestly, personally, I like fermented foods a lot better because fermented foods not only provide different nutrients, but it also provides your gut flora. And your gut flora needs to constantly be replenished and changed in order to... Be careful, don't fall on your sister, okay? Thank you. It needs to constantly be replenished in order for you to have, just a healthy gut. And also it helps with your mental health. It helps with your immunity. It helps with a lot of different things because your gut influences so many parts of your body. And a lot of time, if you don't have the building blocks for certain hormones or certain neurotransmitters and things of those natures in your body, then your body won't be able to work properly. So if you're not eating enough, having good probiotics in your body, if you can't stomach acidic foods and you can't stomach things that are a little bit sour or a little bit fizzy, then you're going to want to get a pill. But if you can, if you love kimchi or sauerkraut, or you like, like soy sauce, coffee. There's a lot of fermented foods out there, but those things are very helpful when it comes to anything with cabbage. I think is also really good, and things with selenite, because they work as a prebiotic and a probiotic. But we'll get to prebiotics next. Eating fermented foods is really good for you, so it's a really great way to get your microflora replenished in your body. Moving from that, we're going to be talking about prebiotics. Those are things that feed your gut flora. In order for your gut flora to flourish, you're going to want to make sure that you have enough like leafy greens, and ginger is also a prebiotic. You want things that are going to feed your gut. You want things that are going to help with just things that are highly nutritious and that can help with your gut. Beans, things that are also really high in fiber, tend to also be prebiotics. Fiber-rich foods are also important for your digestion. Obviously, you want things that are going to move things through your body. And there are like 2 different types. There's actually a lot of different types, but there are some things that make things softer, and then there are some things that make things harder, a little bit more hardy, and you're gonna want to make sure that you have a mix of both in your body, because you don't want too hard stools and you don't want too soft stools. So eating things like fruits and vegetables are a good way to make sure that you get both fiber and also water into your diet, so that it's easier to pass things through, and so that your body is healthily taking in things and healthily leaving things. Next, I want to talk about herbs that act as tonics, herbs that act as bitters. Ginger is well known for that. It is amazing for healing the gut, and it also does a lot of other things because it's astringent. And because of its astringency, it can also heal things in the gut, like ulcers and things of that nature. Gentian and burdock are two herbs that I also have on my list as really great for your digestion. They are very bitter, so if you're going to use them, you're going to want to make sure that you taste the bitterness. You can take a burdock pill, you can take a gentian pill, but at the end of the day, they are bitters, and they work by stimulating the digestive juices in your body, stimulating saliva, stimulating the gastric juices, stimulating the juices in your stomach, gets everything moving and going, and so it's important for you to taste it when you put it in your body. So taking it as a pill is kind of defeating the purpose, but a really great way to take it is in an oxymel, which is a vinegar and honey or a sweet vinegar concoction, where you kind of you make it the same way you would make a tincture, where you would put it in a jar with honey and or maple syrup and vinegar, right? And you would let it sit for 2 weeks to a month, and then you would take it. One of the most famous decoctions that you probably have heard of is fire cider, is its own decoction. I didn't mean to say decoction. Oxymel. Then the most famous oxymel is the fire cider, and fire cider is not only amazing for your gut, but also great for your immune system, because of the types of stuff that go in there. But a lot of the stuff that goes in there is also bitters. Ginger is often in there. Sometimes people use burdock, horseradish. There's a lot of really amazing things in there. So those are great ways to take gentian and burdock. That way you're getting the taste, but it's not so awful that you can't stomach it. Next, on the list of herbs is blue algae. Actually, blue algae just came to me recently. I'm getting into more aquatic plants and how they help the body. That's kind of where my focus is right now. Hey, baby. Blue algae just kind of came to mind for me, and it turns out that it actually has a lipid reduction, a fat reduction property, and the way it works is that when you take it, it prevents the synthesis of lipids into the body. Your body won't be able to synthesize lipids, and that means that the body, when it uses energy, will either have to use the carbs that you're eating, or it'll have to use the fat that you already have on your body and burn those things. Not that it really matters, but I think that this actually could help a lot with people dealing with like insulin resistance, because it also helps with that too, which I think is pretty awesome. But I'm still really like looking into how it works with people with diabetes, so I'm not going to mention that much on that, because I feel kind of passionate about diabetes because of the people that I know who have it, and I want to make sure I understand it to the fullest before I even really start talking about it. But I've been really researching diabetes a lot and trying to understand how it works, what the synthesis of everything is, why things are the way they are. How can we either make new receptors or fix the old receptors in the body? Like, what are those things that can get those things going? Anyway, I'm on a tangent. So anyway, blue algae is a really great thing because it's also super highly nutritious. And because it's so nutritious, once again, the most important part of your digestion is making sure that you get every type of nutrient that you need to make your body function. And because blue algae has so many nutrients, it's a really great thing to have in your body to help keep everything flowing the way it's supposed to. Next, I want to talk about demulcents, things that help to they help to balance mucus in your body. They are either thickeners, but most of them are thickeners. But they help, when you take them, they help to either move mucus out of your body. Solana. They help to move mucus out of your body, or they help to, coat the lining of your throat, coat your gut, coat your intestines with mucus, especially if it's lacking in mucus, because you want to make sure that there is some. Mucus is not your enemy. Mucus is actually very helpful when it comes to you're making sure that you don't get ulcers, making sure the parts of your body that are really corrosive don't actually get destroyed in the process of digestion. It also helps with colds and flus. A lot of time you might experience some pain in your throat. That could be because there's too much mucus that contain a lot of bacteria, which are causing pain in your throat. Now your immune system is throwing, what's the word for it? The cytokines are throwing their chemicals on your throat, making you have inflammation. What you need to move that out of the body, get it all out, pee it out, get it all out. And that's what demulcents and mucilages are actually able to do for you. Some of my favorite ones are marshmallow root, slippery elm bark, and cinnamon. I know you wouldn't think cinnamon is one of them, and if you know me for a while, cinnamon is one of my favorite herbs. But it is one of those things that are thickeners, which is why it's great to add it to your tea if you do feel sick, especially if you are experiencing a throat ache. But if you you talk about mucilage, all of a sudden your mucilage is all up in your face. So anyway, those are really great. Marshmallow root, you're going to want to make sure that you make it cold, because it just works a lot better cold. It has a lot of polysaccharides in it, and because of that, boiling it kind of like denatures the polysaccharides. It's not really the word I'm looking for, but it just doesn't work as well. But you can still do it if you want to make a hot marshmallow root tea. You can totally do that, and you would still get some of the benefits, but you get the most benefits when it's cold. And you can just put it in there, let it sit overnight. You can either let it sit outside of the fridge or in the fridge overnight, and then you can drink that water the next day, and it would be super refreshing because of the way it thickens up the water. So it makes sure that you're being hydrated as much as possible. And that is all I have for you today. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comments. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was informative, and I hope that you enjoyed the babies in the background. One is being calm and the other one's not. I hope that you guys enjoy videos like this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Even if you hate it, I'm completely fine with some, what do you call it? Criticism, I guess is the word. Constructive criticism. I don't want you to just be mean. Just give me some constructive criticism. And I love you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, so thank you guys so much. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate all the people who are still here with me and helped me and waited for me to get back here and have energy to be able to do these videos. I love you guys. Bye-bye. Yeah, good job.